Purge is great against Bloodseeker carry because you have to Blood Rage yourself, right? So constant purging is death. But against the Bloodseeker offlane, your speed is enough. Like, you honestly have so much speed, doesn't matter if they slow you, honestly. And you don't Blood Rage yourself. So you either choose to take away his speed, which is not great, not a solution, or you choose to take away the Blood Rage from someone else, and that's probably going to be Dusa or Void Spirit. Void Spirit, good luck purging him. Dusa, haha. You purge the Dusa.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She'll just tank through it. VP rotating around. Let's see what they can find. Yotaro in position here. It's not a smoke. It's just a bold walk through the forest here. A save. They're going to get eyes now on the Miposhka. Toronto zoned out here a bit, as there's going to at least be a disruption, self-disruption from Miposhka to make sure he doesn't get silenced, and VP will head back towards their own side of the river.
Well, I'll see how this works out. I'm not entirely confident in the PA, but it is a comfort pick, which sometimes is actually better than getting the best pick in the draft, because Yotaro will feel probably very comfortable with this. But I do feel like the Bloodseeker was just so good. And you already have to deal with a Winter Wyvern to begin with, right? So it's going to be tough. I think the Rupture is going to just come out on the PA every time.
The battle begins.
And she can't really afford to deviate from her build to go Linken's until very late.
Yeah, very much a luxury item. And I think with an offlane Bloodseeker, even if there's like a Lotus online or something like that, he doesn't mind really rupturing himself. So long as he gets that Rupture onto PA, I think he's kind of done his duty. Because he can stand still, he can still cast Blood Rage, he can still throw out Blood Rights a bit. Or he can just die in fights, honestly, as long as he gets the Rupture off.
Also, I see some comments about the why not PL, which honestly is a good question, because PL has a good core matchup against Dusa. Dusa eventually beats the PL, and Sanking and Underlord were both available in the pool, so really, I think PL was a bit of an auto lose.
The Underlord was the hero I was thinking instead of the Bloodseeker, just to really crush the lane for PA, but...
That's a very good DM hero as well. I think the guy's just very good, honestly. Mechanically, he's incredible. The only thing people have ever criticized about DM is that he doesn't train, and that's how good he is.
Mid lane matchup for the Quas Wex Toronto Tokyo Invoker. Not deciding to go for the Exort this game, very reasonably, of course, as he can dispel the shield. He can, of course, EMP the Dusa, and they can look for early kills here, early activation on the Invoker. Of course, I wonder at what stage versus a Void Spirit are you fast enough? I think it's 4 points usually in the Quas is going to stop you, stop a Void Spirit from dissimilating and force the steps out. So maybe we see 4 points, and then it's going to be like level 10 first point in Exort. We'll see though. Toronto Tokyo, I trust his Invoker skill builds over my own.
I think even beyond the whole idea of like, oh, Quaswex is good here, is also the fact that unless you have a very good lineup with Sunstrikes, I'm talking like very, very good to take advantage of Sunstrike a lot early, I don't think there's ever a reason why you should go Quas Exort Invoker these days compared to Quaswex. Like, you Quaswex and deviate to Exort, and you get the great part about Quaswex, which is the early, and you deviate into Exort a bit later, and you have the damage later, and you're fine. You just go into Midas and you're okay, right?
Save, top lane.
Oh, save.
Bottom of me.
Oh, at the magic stick though, so it's gonna be fine.
96
DM
damage.
though doesn't do much against the PA, but it's gonna hit her a bit.
He will hit her, at least. Collapse top lane fighting mano a mano versus Nightfall, with the supports going toe-to-toe as well. That's going to give some thirst, though, yeah, onto Bloodseeker, so very quick to pop that healing salve. And well, there's even more healing then from Kingslayer. No points in the Splinter Blast, just looking to harass with the burn and heal with the Embrace. This is a Wyvern who protect and attack. She does not push waves.
No, indeed not. Which is fine, because Dusa can push her on her own, right? So it's okay. Dusa's laning got a bit nerfed with Mana Shield nerfs, actually pretty considerable, so she's vulnerable to ganks early. And this actually makes the Tide matchup a bit easier, because usually Tide used to win this matchup by just gushing the Dusa and pushing her under tower and just harassing her a lot. So VP has to be a bit careful about this early, but once you get enough points in Mana Shield, it's just like, oh, Mana Shield, you're fine. As you can see, Collapse doing exactly that. He knows this matchup, they hit him with a root, but they say I'm going to call the brace for now. Kingslayer, the attack right now, protect as well at the same time.
Yep. He can protect.
He gets mana back.
Yeah. Does give a little bit of mana back. At least he's going to try. He's got this clarity. I assume that'll go to Nightfall, who does not even have enough for a Mystic Snake yet. And even the healing. Yep. Good old, very sacrificial position 5 for Kingslayer. Something that I'm sure he's well used to. And there's the dual null talisman for Toronto Tokyo. He's now got the full magic wand on the way. See, I'm eager to see which mid laners are going to rotate away first. Because both of these mid laners very, very potent with their rotational abilities. Which lane do we gank towards as well? Perhaps bottom, I would say, for Toronto Tokyo. I think there's quite easy kills for you there. I think bottom might just be both targets. Yotaro as well, very vulnerable to the attacks that cannot miss, such as the Astral Steps, and he's even vulnerable to a Bloodrite. Doesn't have anyone to jump to, thanks to the silence, and he's going to get it off. Will that save him? The Hex, the Disruption, they're going to force save to take the last hit, but it's first blood nonetheless here for VP onto the carry.
Yeah, as long as you're harassing the carry, Bloodseeker will recover regardless. He's a great fast farmer. I'm wondering if DM will go for the very old build of the Veil of Discord on the Bloodseeker. I'm interested in that idea. Because now with the new Blood Rage spell amp talent, you actually can one-shot the wave again, which they took away from the Blood Rage. With the Veil of Discord, level 15 talent, and level 10 talent. We'll see. For now, Poshka struggling. Do we have a Hex? We do, but that's going to be probably used for Yotaro defensively, or not at all, as DM will just recover back with a creep wave, and look for the denies, because now they heal him.
Yep, they do. They heal him. If he can get his hands on them. A little bit difficult versus the PA.
Yep, fair enough. Oh, no. Maybe out of position a bit in Poshka.
Yeah,
There's the Blood Rain. Poshka trying to run out of it.
No
He's going to get hit regardless. We have Orb Venom on DM. I think Poshka's going to die to this. Earth Spike, yeah, walking away from it, letting the kill go to DM. DM will happily take it.
That he will. Pulling at least both heroes away, allowing the PA to at least safely see us under tower. Because, yeah, the space is really what we need for Yotaro here. He's at least got himself the Ring of Health online, so he's quite... he's got a lot of HP regen. I wouldn't call this hero tanky ever. But he's got a lot of regen, so we can afford to take a bit of casual harass in this lane. But DM with 2 points in Thirst now. Who's a little bit low? Yeah, top lane. Collapse struggling a bit versus the Dusa. So fast all the time. 400 move speed just with the brown boots.
Yeah, it's very difficult because you also have a lot of like you have a lot of ways of dealing damage as well, like to the other cores here, particularly the supports as well. If Blocker can heal back up, but the rest can't, so you always have a bit of thirst on TM. That also got buffed a bit. Now the threshold starts at 80%, which is a big deal. It's much easier to get them below 80%. Honestly, what's 80% HP? Most people live at 80% HP, right?
It's true. Those people are called
heroes,
supports.
Not most people. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
like in real life, who's actually living at 100% HP? The moment you've had Taco Bell 1, so you know you're at 80% HP already.
Okay. Kingslayer. He's here to keep everyone else topped up, though. Not like they've got to worry about it. It's collapsed. Yep, there he goes, already below 80 HP. And so that'll trigger the Kraken Shell, level 1. At least to get rid of the Arctic Burn. But the damage has been done. DM is still continuing to see us very comfortably. 30 and 11. Yotaro really struggling already into the jungle, but without even the coup de grace. So he is very slowly getting his farm in. As mid lane, there's a tornado. Is the double Astral Step is going to get used, not finding GPK. And Maposhka instead will fall down bottom just to DM and save.
Fascinating that DMs had to go for the 1 point in Blood Rage. This is the, like, if you ever watch a Wild Bloodseeker, this is the Wild Bloodseeker's mating call to show that he's actually had a really good lane. You get the 1 point in Blood Rage as opposed to maxing Thirst. That shows that you're doing really well and you're planning on farming even a bit. And it's going to go for the new age Bloodseeker build, you know, the avant-garde Bloodseeker that goes for the urn as opposed to the Veil of Discord, which I like as well. A bit of extra magical damage, good mana regen as well, which is the main part of this component. And just more harassment, even some heal for your team, which is kind of useful this game.
Did I hear
Mira trying to sneak on up, but he's been scouted here by the ward. Maposhka pinging it like they know what's going on, but this one unfortunately just out of range of the sentry, which is blocking the camp. So we'll go ahead and stack the easy camp instead. That's Urn for Toronto Tokyo. With this DD rune, will he look to rotate? The answer for now is no, but GPK is currently in his triangle, still on a stack. Just a single stack here. Has an Astral Step to work with. Tornado is going to force him to sidestep, but Collapse can't really do much here. That's a threat in GPK, so he should just be able to walk away freely. Nightfall already into the jungle here. Only level 1 split shot, but still farming himself a couple of stacks. Might try bottom. Here's Toronto Tokyo.
I think Save probably will die before. You have to commit a lot for that kill on Save, and actually DM gets away with this. Rotation by the Invoker, obviously that's going to be his first rotation, so it doesn't really matter if they committed a lot or not, because you get the fuel to actually go and rotate other places with her.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it is a big one, but it's what the
fuel
Invoker
run,
needs.
right?
Yes, that's what the Invoker needs. It's when you get everyone to go to the gas station. I don't know why you'd need everyone, but Invoker, he needs to go to the gas station as well, or the petrol stop,
Man.
whatever you call them in Europe.
It's like you go to the gas station and you're like filling the car with petrol, and Invoker's trying to kill the gas station attendant and get his blood, and you're like, what are you doing?
Invoker, please.
And well, it's the 5th gas station attendant this week.
Radiant's middle tower.
What is he? He's like one of the
Now he can
vampires.
perpetuate his fuel engine.
Oh, here he goes. Actually, Mira is going to be in a bit of trouble. Stun will catch him. Tornado is going to whiff, unfortunately. And down goes Mira. Second astral step is used. GBK on the high ground then.
Oh, but he actually caught the Shadow Demon. Miposhka could be in trouble. He has the blood, the rupture, sorry, so... Yeah, you have to be careful. Miposhka will die easily to him. And they could proceed to go get a kill on the PA. GPK, not too much mana, but enough to actually continue this onslaught, right? With Rupture? Nope, I lied.
Yep.
Why use Rupture?
They're going to decide against it. Top lane, Collapse is just looking to bully out Kingslayer. Kingslayer a bit mobile, can harass very effectively here with Arctic Burn. Splinter Blast from a safe range behind the tower to clear the waves. And just like, who was it? Beastmaster, right? No, Beastmaster actually pushed the tower. Who's the hero we had? Oh, Coddle, right? Coddle as well, same thing. Doesn't really hit the tower. He clears waves. Tidehunter can hit the tower. Does a little bit more than the Coddle, but not much more, thanks to his very poor attack speed. But can clear the waves at least, so the Wyvern proves to be just as effective as, say, like a Rubik would, and making sure that you make it difficult for the offlaner to push through the tower.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between a Tidehunter and a Coddle is that the Tide can actually tank, right? The tower. I think that's
Yes, and the Tide has a good ulti.
Yes, that's true. So he actually can defend. Whereas Coddle, if they go for him, he has the disruptor line of they're attacking me, you know, and that's the line he has to perpetually spam because he's just so weak and can't really tank anything. At least with a Dagon build, he can't do that.
They're very different heroes. Yeah, Collapse, he couldn't. I mean, he was actually kind of doing this down in last game, wasn't he, on the Coddle? Now he's going to be able to get a bit more pushing in. They're going to force back Kingslayer, who will not show himself, doesn't want to take the Shadow Realm damage. Okay, rotation bottom, a second one from GPK.
We have Finger with one more creep. Save, just take the experience, it's fine. Okay, there you go.
He's got it.
And now with Finger, I feel like you kill PA. I think it's an easy kill on your Toro, honestly.
Okay, well, they've scouted GPK here with the ward. Miposhka playing it cool for now. Yatoro is going to get a TP coming on in from Toronto Tokyo, so tower top lane will fall. We have a TP and a Ravage at the ready from Collapse. So Virtus.pro, with that in mind, aren't going to be looking to play too aggressively, as GPK will just farm the wave and back off.
I can't believe I'm saying these words, but it's actually a really good blur by Yatoro. Because if Bloodseeker notices that he's there, he just blood writes the trees and gets vision of him, ruptures him, and then Finger of Death, he's dead, right? But because he can't get close to the tower because he knows people around, the moment he blurs, this becomes impossible. And they have to instead rotate top, where they do have a rupture, and they'll use it immediately against Collapse. He's going to want to TP. We have the Hex just in case, so Collapse will fight to the death. Here's everyone surrounding Collapse. Collapse walking around with a rupture on him. That's not very healthy. Collapse is going to die to Nightfall, actually. The perfect hero to take the last one.
Yeah. That's well, not the perfect hero, but the best hero to take it with. I think the perfect hero to secure a last hit with is maybe a Lion, right? Finger of Death, Alina. But that's who you wanted to give it to for the Lion.
All right, okay.
Yeah, maybe a Sonic Wave. All right, smoke play though. Save, holding on to the Finger. Willing to kind of trying rather to find a good target to use it on. Yatoro could be just that, especially as he has Phantom Strike done over to the wave. Blur.
He's the perfect target.
He is the perfect target.
Yeah.
And Save with the perfect wraparound should find him here.
That should be a dead PA. Quite easy as well. And that helps GPK get closer to his Kaya. Just gonna
Yeah.
mid the end though. He's in trouble. He doesn't have any thirst, so Demonic Purge or not, he's just not fast at all. Demonic Purge finally releases him. They're gonna set up for the Sunstrike. DM tanking in nicely. It's not gonna. His Collapse is there to kill him. Winter's Curse fails.
Yeah,
That's awkward. Kingslayer.
doesn't do much. There's going to be a stun at least on the Collapse as they're going to try and remove all of his mana. Still has a Soul Ring though, so he's going to have enough to pop for an emergency Ravage should he need one, and he just might as they're now TPing in the Dusa. It's been scouted by Mira. Nightfall with the point in Stone Gaze, just showing up to threaten, will be able to force back the attackers from the Tier 1 tower. And Team Spirit, There's the Tumbler's toy getting getting tied out to the high ground. He'll be A-okay.
So right now, obviously, the Tusa is out farming the PA, which is to be expected. But to be honest, PA's farm is pretty good. I'm always impressed by Yatoro managing to find farm even on heroes that shouldn't be farming fast. And he's closing in on the Battle Fury with the treads. He'll have it around 50 minutes in. He's been kicked out of the lane, doesn't really matter. And Virtus.pro hasn't been able to actually put enough pressure, right? They haven't been able to take a tower or anything big like that just yet. And we'll see that DM will be going for an Athos build, which is the build that was popularized in South American Bloodseekers for a while due to the Argentinian.
Yes. Lapita.
I have all the history of the Bloodseeker builds, my dude.
Now, Mariano, right?
Radiant's
Yes,
bottom
Mariano.
tower
I mean, he was
is
Mariano
under
back at the time
attack.
as well, but do I care? No. He's
Babushka.
Papita forever in my heart.
Babushka running away here. Air spike in 3 more seconds. Disruption was already used. Of course, they have vision
How do they
thanks
see
to
him?
Thirst. Yeah, so the trees aren't
Oh.
doing much. Mid lane, collapse. Ruptured up here, holding on to a Ravage and avoid the Blood Rites. As Mira pump faking the Terrorize there.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I'll
under
hold him at
attack.
That's the moment when you realize
Radiant
Rupture is really good and Tide, but at the same time, you need a team to be able to kill Tide. Otherwise, he's so tanky. He's one of the few heroes that can just stand there and be like, yeah, sure, go at me. Come on.
And we're still
Without
pushing
Void
this.
Spray, I don't think he's going to die.
Still pushing this bottom tower as well. For as good as a job DM did down here, he's been able to secure it. Save is nearby. Could counter-initiate on Maposhka. Will do just that. 'Cause I think they were looking to try and set up a disruption here for GPK. Instead, he set up the Aether Remnant. Sunlight is out. Used to avoid the Terrorize. But now, with the Terrorize coming on in, perfectly connecting into the Ice Wall. He's not really moving too fast. And there's going to be Maposhka picking up the kill. Eventually, enough stacks of the Max Shadow Poison, in addition to the Demonic Purge popping him.
Yeah, at least in that mid tower, but still losing map control here. And Team Spirit in general is regaining it. Toro now should get the Battle Fury. So standard timing of 50 minutes in. Considering the bad game he's had, though, it's pretty good. Unless he dies here, this would really suck. Do they have Winter's Curse? They do, but Yatoro will try to TP. That's not going to succeed. Winter's Curse is ready. Now, TPs are coming, though, from Team Spirit. They want to save Yatoro. Will they be capable of doing so? Yatoro still has one more jump left in him, actually couple now.
Okay.
With the Phantom Strike, he gets away. Save is joining them. They know there's a Ravage here, and thanks to Team Spirit's TPs, it's going to work out. In fact, they might even be able to get a counter kill onto Save, who has only a Hex right now. Cold Embrace.
Careful. DM is
Getting
coming
a bit
now.
of healing. He is. And with a Rupture, this might be an opportunity to at least kill Tide. They will go for him. Bloodright will give vision if need be. There we go. Collapse can't get away. He keeps running, but he's losing all his blood. And not to the Invoker this time, just to the Bloodseeker.
Sure took him a while, though, as he managed to close the gap to Nightfall a lot faster than Nightfall was expecting, so I got hit with the Anchor Smash. Nightfall not going bottom, as Toronto Tokyo was pushing just a bit. First point, I think I said this, but first point in Exort at level 9, I want to say, for this Invoker. So he's going to be ending up maxing... Pardon me, the Wex,
Radiant's top
straight into the
tower is
vessel.
under attack.
Usually this is where I see Toronto Tokyo now deviate into either BOTs and playing more around the mid-game, or building Midas and then hoping to scale. So he's going to have to make that decision here based on how he feels this game is going. 3-9, a 2k net worth lead starting to fledge a bit more here for VP. We'll see how this fight goes for them. There's going to be GPK making a jump onto Mira. Into the Shadow Realm he goes, though, so able to avoid a lot of the targeted damage that Lion would be able to provide. And that's going to be a kill onto Lion. We'll also have a slow now for GPK. Kingslayer with Curse in 3 seconds. Now hiding on the high ground, ready to counter-initiate. Maposhka chasing down GPK. Is going to turn himself around, though, as he realizes GPK is a bit too far gone. VP, though, they've yet to been able to find a tier 1 tower anywhere on the map. Collapse very quick to TP back down bot lane as he edges closer now to the Blink Dagger, but also to continue defending this bot tier 1.
Natos for DM. Finally completed, so they're going to try to go for a kill here. GPK still no Kaya and Sanj, but at least he has Kaya, so it's a start. What can they find? As Yatoro and Malphon, they clear the Ancient stacks. They can kill him before he finishes. That'd be ideal, but Yatoro is a bit too fast at clearing them. No, actually, maybe not. Bloodright, at least they take the valuable Ancients. That's pretty big, actually.
Yeah, not bad.
But they wanted to kill on top of this.
Yeah, good smoke break, though, by Maposhka. Had the ward down as Toronto Tokyo looks to counter-initiate. Curse onto the Illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower
Only stop him for a second. Tornado. Cold Embrace came through, but with the Vessel debuff, not healing for very much there. Avo will be taken down, and they've even got Roche out of the pit.
I mean, That was a really good defense by Team Spirit. Obviously, I guess they were expecting this triangle incursion because both VP saw the Battle Fury, and you know the PA stacks because you know Team Spirit's a good team. So you won't go and think, right, let's go and attack them in the Ancient Triangle to try to prevent these stacks from happening. You do that, but because Team Spirit was ready for this, they at least get a counter kill off it. So really good both predictions from both teams and in general playstyle. That's how you know both teams are playing so cleanly. They can actually guess where they're going to go based on, you know, logic and thought process.
I really like how you call it the Ancient Triangle. I mean, it is what it is. That's a Scotty already, by the way, for Nightfall. My goodness, Collapse in trouble, as there's going to be another Ice Wall dropped. Won't find GPK, though, as he has a second Astral Step to use, and Nightfall is going to be good to go. Bullwhip increasing his move speed plenty. Top lane. Okay, Finger of Death. They're going to try and save Yatoro yet again, but he's going to go to the Blood Rites. Not much they could do there, as Finger of Death and the Rupture both used.
Yeah, but worth entirely for that kill, especially now the Battle Fury timing. Mira dies on top of that. Nightfall gets another kill off this. Like you said, the Scotty timing is kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
Like, PA was farming well for the bad game they had, but Nightfall has a good game and is still farming well for the good game he's having.
Yeah, that was surprising. I was like, Scotty already? We're not even, what, at third daytime yet?
Nope. Collapse. To be fair, she actually skipped over everything else, though. She only has a Yasha, so she kind of rushed the Scotty.
Fair point, but it's also a big item here. It's all delivered.
No, I agree.
Toronto, Tokyo.
They have Ravage. Oh, Ravage. Catch. Only 2. DM is probably the most important one, but DM could just get away as Essence Ring, and in fact, Collapse might be in trouble himself. There's the Snake hurting him. He's trying not to walk into the Blood Rites. Slayer still has the Winter's Curse, not using it just yet. Disruption, they're going to catch him despite that. Slayer, Winter's Curse, right into Tokyo. There's the counter initiation they were looking for. Into the Blood Rite with Mystic Snake on top of this. And the kill Collapse immediately. And that's going to be Tokyo dying as well. Miposhka simultaneously falling. Yatoro has been ruptured. He's trying to fight the Death Move. The Cold Embrace, it's impossible. He can't even get rid of a measly Lion as the tips come out. Team Spirit will fall.
Big fight there for VP. They just kind of cracked this game wide open all over them. Just really pressing this advantage. I mean, I have Scotty, yes, but all the ultimates. Not the best Ravage, unfortunately, here from our Tidehunter. Tried to put himself in between, you know, Spirit and the rest of VP, but we already had Kingslayer flanking around the side flawlessly. We had Bloodseeker kind of behind. DM doesn't even die, putting Toronto Tokyo in a bit of an awkward spot as well, just with the Rod of Atos alone. Now we have an empty vessel. Mira is going to be the final one to fall here, and that will complete the belated 5-man wipe in favor of VP. They're so cool, they don't even kill him with auto attacks here for DM. Just kills him with the vessel. Sorry, with the urn.
I mean, that Winter's Curse was just so good by Kingslayer. I don't think you can really blame Team Spirit for walking into that. It was just a really good positioning by Kingslayer. His Wyvern is legendary. It's just so good. So, I'm not surprised. Maybe VP doesn't really care about the nerfs because they know Kingslayer is such a good Wyvern. It's fine. Other teams are not picking her as much, and I think VP doesn't care. But they are changing the builds now. No more the whole Locket build. I will say, though, that Ravage, it looked worse than it was just simply because it's just so difficult to get a good Ravage here. No. You're only ever going to hit Dusa, who doesn't care. Void Spirit will avoid it really easily. Bloodseeker's always going to be away from his team unless DM is stuck for whatever reason, right? It's so tough to actually get a good Ravage this game.
Yeah, not a great game to be playing Titan. Not a very enviable position. DM having a pretty fun time this game, though, as he's going to go next into the BKB. They still have wards in the mid lane. They will deward them, though. They're going to send Collapse to do it. That might kick off a team fight, though, as the rest of VP will stop pushing bottom. They're going to head over here momentarily. But I think they know the jig is up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Dusa's just going to stay back bottom. Nightfall slowly going to siege this tower. TP is coming top now from VP. They're going to try and set up for Yatoro. I don't believe he should be caught here, but they're saved with the Blink Dagger, making me eat my words immediately. GPK to follow up, and down he goes. Mid lane, we're going to get maybe a couple of heroes out from this one as they slow DM to a crawl. There's another great curse out from Nightfall here as Collapse cannot get through him fast enough. They will finish off DM and Kingslayer in exchange for the hard carry PA.
Alright, so PA following here almost makes this trade worth it because Team Spirit is losing. I think it's what makes them just take whatever they can have at this point, right? Obviously, you need to get that farm on the PA, but maybe you can start deviating your win condition into being the Invoker.
Nightfall knows he's here.
He knows. This is very cute, actually, by Nightfall. Can they get the kill? Nightfall's just going to fight back. Stonegaze used. He's actually going to try to kill Tokyo. This might be crazy, but he's nearest tier 1, so they can actually TP to help him. He's trying to
they
stone,
could.
definitely blast.
They could TP to help him.
But they're not. Nightfall's fine. Wow, this is confidence in your teammates times 1,000, right?
All right, now DM is back. He's going to be looking to chase anyone down. They are going to have a good move speed here thanks to the Invoker's low HP. Rod Atos, good cast range there. Onto Miposhka, another Demonic Purge. You're going to dodge the silence there and the disruption. And the Bramble Maze is going to be enough. No, it's not enough, actually, as DM will hit him with the Rupture. Save a blind stun here, easily finding Miposhka, and then we'll be able to get the kill there. Nightfall whipping through all of that. Not even get a counter kill. Dusa, man, what a hero. Still quite tanky, huh? VP right now showing us if it ain't broke, do not fix it.
I just don't think that Dusa got nerfed that much, and particularly if you actually look at the draft, Dusa got nerfed in situations where you're playing an out-tempoing draft, right? Where you actually hunt her much more early, take advantage of her weakened mana shield. Not the case this game where you're playing a PA who usually is out-scaled by a Dusa easily, right? So the nerfs are irrelevant. There's no if it ain't broke, it doesn't mean even be touched. It's like you walking into a room when you see that your Nintendo's still there. Why would it be broken? Unless Kevin came into the room and touched it, the Nintendo should be fine. So, you know.
Kevin, no. Not Kevin. Always walking in and breaking my Nintendo.
Honestly, what's wrong with Kevin?
Well, Yatora, at least he's going to be able to read this gank coming and dodge it out. GBK running all over the map with his haste rune smoked up. Not going to find the PA this time around. The PA now with a BKB as well. It's Collapse asking for another high five. He's been very eager to give high fives. DM's like, yeah, come on back over here. I'll give you that high five. No.
Yeah, Virtus.pro feels really comfortable right now this game with the Dusa still out farming the PA. No, that's going to just continue and keeping the pressure up. They know if this goes late enough, the PA will be able to go mano-mano with the Dusa, but not. That's why they're playing so aggressively. They know the win opportunity is wide, but they also need to do something with it, and I think VP's playing accordingly. Team Spirit, though, also doing the right thing of just cut lanes endlessly. You might even consider getting an Ags in Yatora at some point for that precise reason, but I do think that his build right now is better.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Fan and Knives here for that pure damage is going to be really, really nice. What passives are we looking to break?
None. I mean, Thirst maybe, but like it's really just the percentage damage. I think it's really good.
It's good burst. Good burst.
You don't break mana shield, of course.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous, right?
Shot.
5-second disarm, though, at the ready now for Collapse with this Halberd completed. Reduced by 1.25, so a bit shorter. But still, disarm good onto the Dusa. Dusa can't attack. She's not really doing much else but screaming or throwing a snake at you. So it gives you a little bit more time, for example, to set up something like a Cataclysm, which Toronto Tokyo now has finished up with the Axe Scepter being completed. Still not enough damage for him, though. This is not going to kill a Dusa, especially if she has full mana. Even if she doesn't have full mana, she has full HP. This is still not going to kill her. And now she can go mano-a-mano here to the PA with the MKB being online.
Yep, very big item for her. We also, I mean, with the Rupture, I think the PA is going to struggle to play. Usually this is the moment you're like, oh, how do I even catch up to her? She's Phantom Striking all over the place. Not with Rupture. That denies her playstyle, and it makes her a much more like 40-minute hero, and they can't afford that much time.
Ravage.
DM just tanking this like a god. He's going to die. Okay. There's the Stone Gaze used. Collapse.
Can't get through. Can't get down, though. All right.
It seemed like DM there was incredulous, like, nah, I'm not going to ravage me. He had a BKB. He could have totally activated it.
BK on a Toronto Tokyo. Yeah, they're going to try anyway. They bought back. Toronto Tokyo's still alive. Going to try and escape. He's thirsted. Oh, he's not thirsted up. Finger of Death there is going to be used for Mira. Trying to get through him with the right clicks. They will get that one down as they still manage to actually TP out the Shadow Demon. Team Spirit now on the run. We have a BKB still ready to go for Yatoro. Toronto Tokyo still being chased down. GBK easily closing the gap. Now with the Resonant Pulse as well to keep him locked down. Save dusting up, trying to catch him, but he's gone west. They thought he went east, and he will be able to escape that. Buyback there used on the Wyvern, and a good time to get out of that fight here because the Bloodseeker was soon to respawn.
The PA's two obstacles this game, the Bloodseeker and the Wyvern. They both have to die for your team fight to be easy. And unfortunately, because of the buyback on Kingslayer, that didn't really happen. But it's a good start. I don't think DM will be so frugal about his BKB switch though next time. He'll just use it immediately when he sees Tide blinking onto him. Well, yeah. DM now is just a creep. He is but a wall as they go and try to finish off the Polska. They will succeed. GPK, dodge. GPK now rooted. Gonna be hurt a lot here, kinda nice, but he has one
Oh,
last
Yatoro!
ambush step as they do rupture Yatoro. They have no way of canceling this TP though, so it's just BKB to the retreat. Winter's Curse will prevent Collapse from continuing this fight. There's the Earth Spike killing off Mira, and poor Collapse can't go up, he can't go down. He's just gonna walk around as everyone pummels into him and kills him.
Oh, they gave him a high five at least before he went. That is going to still be a really big win for VP. First Roshan of the game now going down. PA just cannot bring the fight here to the Dusa. It's a good jump on the GPK, but if they can't burst them, you know, within what is their best on a root or something, it's just impossible. I mean, it's one of the better Void Spirit games I've seen. There's just almost no catch seemingly for him. Doesn't even have a diffusal, or sorry, a Lincoln Sphere, or a Yule Scepter, is what I mean to say. Just this guy on Sound Status Resist is doing a lot of work for him. And with BKB, I mean, how do you hold this guy down? Yotaro, at least lucky to be alive here, thanks to Mira using up the Dusa. Blur, Nerves of Steel for Yotaro. Doesn't bother jumping onto the Lion.
Usually the case for Team Spirit, though. I do find that they're like, for being such a young team, and I mean in age this time, not just in experience, I am very impressed with how many risky plays they're capable of making, and honestly, seemingly without being phased by them.
That was a little bit tense. We'll look back now at that first Ravage play with the Cataclysm reveal. Collapse now has another one of those ready to go. And like you say, DM this time probably going to be a bit faster on the BKB, as Collapse needs to get the C-Ward going. That was a fresh ward. Part of me very annoying, but it's not like we were going to fight around Roche during the duration of that ward anyway, so not too big of a deal here for VP. We'll rotate around the map here. Nightfall with this Aegis, Eye of Scotty, SNY, and NKB, soon to be BKB on top. It is a mighty strong target. Collapse, yeah, just a quick little disarm on a Nightfall at least, so he's not slowed by the Scotty projectiles. Miposhka gonna create some illusions. These illusions, though, gonna be cleared, yeah, very easily. A save has the Lion Shard ready to go. Cold Snap onto Dusa, not allowing her to get off a lot of attacks, but the rest of VP just letting the Dusa do her thing. Already quite tanky, able to go through these towers with relative ease. Just like that, Tier 2 tower mid lane has been taken down.
And this whole time, I think Nightfall got, what, 4 or 5k extra net worth, and PA got 3k. The gap is ever so increasing. It's not looking too good between them. They can't start closing this gap, and even as much as you delay the game, you need to delay to close this gap. At this point, it seems like the moment that you finally get to catch up to the Dusa is when she runs out of slots, and that's gonna take a while. So, and wait till she gets Axe, which is pretty good, or Shard, Moon Shard, honestly.
It doesn't get a whole lot better here. I mean, Yotaro, what are we going? Deso next? I mean, he's just... Oh,
you have to. It's the basic build in the PA. This is why I wasn't sold on the PA pick. Why I thought the Gyro was better.
Well,
I just think you get out-farmed way too quickly.
Well, right now it's what, quick maths, 8k net worth difference, 8.5 by the looks of it. As Nightfall is continuing to push up, dodging the Tornado, which only finds the wagon. DM as well.
BKB on Nightfall now.
Confident in front lining. Okay, that could be the ticket here.
Ravage Cataclysm you still have, so you can kill the backlines and just try to counter and Dusa all together. I think it's possible to kill it that way.
GPK is up on the high ground. They've scouted him though. You almost actually find Poshka with the Aether Remnant. He's ready to go in from behind though. That's the problem, is that they can jump your backlines almost just as easily. There's TA. PA actually gets hit by the silence, and that is going to mean Miposhka will go down 70 seconds without him. They knew he was there. I didn't even know you could TP in the middle of these trees. But Yotaro trying to catch him out was going to be unsuccessful on that attempt. Dusa, in the meantime, just hitting all of your buildings.
Yep. Taking a while, but you're also not doing anything to her, so I think it's fine. The silence collapse as well. Nope, not going to find him. Oh, master step. Walking in, the same way to walk out. Easy. That's the shard at work.
Yep, it's rather easy.
Nightfall's not even taking the right route. He's just straight up, like he's out of position, but he's a Dusa. So what is position?
What is position to you, especially if you don't have like a Magus to throw you out there? Toronto Tokyo, okay, that's not going to be a full duration Winter's Curse, but the Silence to follow up, and now Dusa just staring him down with the Stone Gaze. Toronto Tokyo could not follow up on that Ravage. His Collapse, unfortunately, doesn't do a whole lot with that one. Doesn't find a single kill. There's going to go Mira now. His Collapse ruptured up. He's not even going to be able to make it back into the fountain. Take it down. Toro, BKB active, trying for anything. They at least get through the Lion. DM still alive. There's the Cold Embrace, though. And Kingslayer, they even catch him. There's at least now going to be just a desperation. Cataclysm not doing much. Nightfall with 3 kills. GPK back up to the high ground. BKB active. Collapse now in a bad spot as well. He just bumped back. Poshka's going to make a couple of Medusa illusions to try and turn the tide of this one. Collapse still alive, just getting kited around by DM as there's good damage onto GPK. Meatball dropped on him now. Can they go for the kill with the Semolate? No. And in fact, he jumps right back onto Toronto Tokyo, who just bumped back and just died back now. That's going to have to be the GG as Toronto Tokyo will throw in the towel. Collapse still being kited around these fights, and it's a 2-0 win here for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, and a very dominating performance by them. I think here the draft actually had a lot of issues, though. I did say that I think there were better carries than the PA. I thought the Virtus.pro draft was much better. Last time I memed on the Coddle, I thought Virtus.pro probably was going to take it just because it's a more normal game, but this time I was very convinced as a bit of an out draft. You just didn't really pick a good core-to-core matchup. And you were kind of playing into VP's strategy of last patch. And how is last patch won? If you actually look at all the drafts, it's the core-to-core. You either need to win the core-to-core or you need to have a core that's fast enough to out-tempo